He looks at his phone every day. His fingers tremble as they hover over your name. He stops, takes a deep breath, gives up. That photo of the two of you is still tucked away in the second drawer, hidden, but never forgotten. He tells everyone he's moved on, but when your song plays, he quickly changes the station. Too fast, too obvious. Friends notice, but pretend not to see. When they ask about you, he skillfully changes the subject, like your name is too hard to say. At night, alone, he dreams of your voice, wakes up confused, with your imaginary scent still lingering. If this reminds you of someone, write, "I felt that." Maybe other women are also trying to make sense of what no one else can see. Sometimes what remains unspoken screams louder than any word. Do you know when the universe conspires for two paths to cross again? It's not a coincidence. Today, I want to reveal what runs through his mind when you least expect it. That feeling you have of being remembered. It's not just your imagination, it's real. It's him, thinking of you when the silence of night falls and distractions fade away. Have you noticed how certain places carry memories that feel alive? Like time stands still in that cafe where you talked for hours, in that park where he held your hand, on that bench where the looks exchanged said what words never could. He avoids those places, not by chance, because those places still hold the essence of both of you, the energy that doesn't fade with time. Your paths may have diverged, but the connection remains intact on a spiritual level, like an invisible thread that vibrates every time your name is mentioned near him. Can you feel it too? That sudden intuition that makes your heart race for no apparent reason? It's at that exact moment that he's thinking intensely about you. If this resonates with something inside you, write in the comments, "I still feel this connection," because other women need to know they are not alone in this experience. What you don't know is what happens when he dreams of you. Dreams don't lie. They are portals to truths that the conscious mind tries to hide. He wakes up disoriented, confused, with your imaginary scent still lingering, with the feeling of having heard your laughter, and he spends the whole day trying to mask the impact it had. People close to him notice. "You seem different today," they say, but he just changes the subject. How could he explain that in the dream you two talked as if no time had passed? How could he admit he woke up with misty eyes over something he can't even name? What he will never confess is how he looks for signs of you at every corner, in every phone notification, in every song that plays randomly and somehow reminds him of you. The spiritual truth that hovers over both of you is more powerful than any physical distance. You still communicate in silence, through the energy that doesn't break. Some would call it longing, others regret. But it's deeper than that. It's a mark on the soul that transcends rational explanations. When you think of him intensely, know this. At that exact moment, something inside him awakens. He may be having a normal conversation, but his heart leaps inexplicably. A tingling sensation in his hands, a sudden shiver. It's the energetic bodies still connected, communicating in a language that words cannot reach. Have you ever had that inexplicable feeling that you need to go to a specific place without knowing exactly why? That's your inner guide speaking. It's the ancient wisdom that resides within you. If something inside you insists on visiting that special place today, pay attention. It's no coincidence. It's synchronicity. And when they see you there, in the same place where so many memories were made, time will literally stand still for them. First, there's the surprise. Then the deep recognition that goes beyond reason. And then, that overwhelming feeling that some connections simply cannot be undone, no matter how much time passes. If this message resonates with you, share in the comments. I believe in this silent reconnection. Your experience might light the way for someone else. What they fear admitting the most is that they've never found in anyone else what they found in you. That unspoken communication, that mutual understanding that needed no explanations, that feeling of being at home when they were with you. They tried. They tried to move on. They tried to fill the void. But there are spaces in the soul that have specific shapes, and yours still remains there, unchanged, waiting. The signs are everywhere if you know how to interpret them. That recurring dream you have, that song that plays 3 times in one day, that name that appears in unexpected contexts, The universe is building bridges for a reunion that needs to happen, not necessarily to restart something, but to heal what was left unresolved, to transform the pain into learning, so that both can continue their paths with lightness. And when that reunion happens, perhaps today in that special place, you will feel the energy shift instantly, as if the air becomes thicker, as if time slows down, as if everything around loses importance for a few moments. He will freeze when he sees you because at that moment all the barriers he built will crumble like a sandcastle. The truth he has hidden from himself will surface with full force. The spiritual connection you share is greater than any earthly obstacle. It is a bond of souls that transcends logical explanations. It is a mutual recognition that defies time and space. If you feel this too, write, "I recognize this silent truth." Because naming what we feel is the first step to manifesting our reality. What he has never been able to tell you is how your smile pops into his mind at the most unexpected moments, how certain gestures of yours have been etched into his memory, how your voice still echoes in his thoughts when silence sets in. He might even try to disguise it. He might pretend to be indifferent if he runs into mutual acquaintances. But energy doesn't lie. The body can't hide what the soul feels. And if you show up today in that place, if you follow your intuition and allow the universe to do its work, you will witness something extraordinary. You will see, in his eyes, the recognition of a truth that has never been erased. You will feel in the air between you the pulsing energy of a connection that has survived time and distance. He will freeze when he sees you, not out of rejection, not out of fear, but because some presences are too strong to process immediately. Some connections are too deep to be ignored. This is how souls that recognize each other react when they reunite in this realm, with reverence, with awe, with the silent certainty that some stories never really end. What he cannot admit even to himself is how your name still echoes inside him in the most unexpected moments. How certain scents, certain songs, certain phrases spoken by strangers trigger memories he tries to suppress. There are things he wanted to tell you during that last meeting, but pride wouldn't let him. Words that got stuck in his throat. Confessions that time has made even harder to express. And now those unspoken words weigh like stones in his chest. Can you feel it? That unvoiced message lingering in the air when you think of him intensely. It's not just imagination. It's a real communication happening on an energetic level. A silent conversation between souls that recognize each other beyond time and space. His dreams of you have been more frequent, more vivid, more real than reality itself, and they always revolve around the same theme, reuniting with you, saying what got caught in his throat, feeling that unique connection he has never found with anyone else. The funny thing about these deep spiritual connections is that they don't respect the barriers we rationally build. They flow like water, finding their way through the stones. He may have built an apparently complete life. He may smile in photos. He may follow routines. But there's an empty space that only you filled, and he knows it, even if he denies it. Energy doesn't lie. Intuition doesn't fail. Dreams reveal what the conscious mind tries to hide. That tremor in his hands isn't a coincidence. That breath that catches when someone mentions your name isn't casual. It's the body reacting to a truth that the mind tries to deny. The involuntary gestures are the most sincere confessions. They are the silent declarations that never reached your ears, but remain alive in the energy between you. When you dream of him, it's not just your subconscious creating narratives. It's a real visit in the energetic plane, a soul meeting that happens while the bodies rest. That's why he wakes up thinking of you without understanding why. That's why he has that sense of presence he can't explain rationally. Deep down, he knows. He knows there is something bigger than the two of you, something that transcends logical understanding, a connection that defies time and space. If you show up at that place today, you will be answering a silent call that resonates in the shared energy field between you. You will be allowing the universe to complete what needs to be completed, and he will freeze when he sees you because, in that moment of reconnection, all the truths he tried to deny will surface all at once. Every repressed feeling, every disguised longing, every denied connection will manifest in a single moment of absolute clarity. That's how it happens when soulmates reunite after a period of separation. It's an instant recognition that transcends the physical plane and resonates in the energy field. If you feel that call, that persistent intuition, that inexplicable certainty, don't ignore it. The universe is orchestrating this reunion for a reason greater than the two of you can understand right now. Trust the inner wisdom that guides you. Follow the signs that appear on your path. Allow yourself to be present in this moment of reconnection that can transform everything. When you meet again, words won't be necessary. The silence will speak louder than any elaborate speech. The glances will say what words have never been able to fully express. And in that fleeting moment of reconnection, something will be healed in both of you. An old wound will be closed, a cycle will be completed so that a new one can begin. That's how energy flows, that's how the universe works. That's how connected souls communicate beyond time and space. Trust your intuition. Follow the signs. Allow yourself to be present in that special place today. Because when he sees you, when your eyes meet again, time will stand still. And in that frozen instant, all the unspoken truths will finally find their way. Can you feel that energy of reconnection, that silent calling that whispers in your dreams? Share in the comments, I feel this presence, if you also experience this deep connection that transcends rational understanding. Some connections are eternal, some stories never really end, some bonds remain intact, no matter how much time passes, and today might be the day the cycle completes, when the wound heals, when the silent truth finally finds its voice. Trust. Allow yourself. Go. Because he will freeze upon seeing you, and in that moment everything will make sense.